Hello and welcome to another update video about Ethereum. Ethereum is pushing higher. We talked about in yesterday's video, we talked about that Bitcoin is expected to turn around to the upside in a short relief rally. Just made a Bitcoin video for anybody who wants a bit more context, or you will see that explanation in yesterday's Ethereum video. And that if Bitcoin does that, while Bitcoin is likely not to morph into a different structure because it has a lot more space to the upside, to basically use the current scenario, Ethereum will likely run out of space. And the so far primary scenario with a direct sell-off here that would allow for another low in a C wave in an ending diagonal, it is getting increasingly likely that this is going to be invalidated because we're forming now this inverse head and shoulders we talked about yesterday. Now, I don't like these patterns because they are retail patterns. They often don't work. However, when I see them, I point them out, and it is in line with the Elliott Wave count. So it would certainly be a likely scenario for price to go higher in this B wave. I actually swapped them. I had the B here before and the alternate B here. Just swapped them because I think it is getting increasingly likely. And to be honest, if Bitcoin is playing out its scenario here to the upside right now, and of course it could come down and then go up, that's stuff that you just cannot predict. But if it goes higher directly, then it is likely that Ethereum is going to run out of space in its current scenario because it's literally just a few dollars away from invalidating the direct downside path. It already became less likely, that direct downside path, when it broke above $1,900. I took that resistance now off the chart because it's sort of not relevant anymore. But when Ethereum broke above it, it made it quite likely to actually invalidate eventually this direct downside path. That's why I often say, when the 78.6 fib level breaks, it typically indicates it's going to go the other way. We'll see. I mean, the whole fact that this is an inverse head and shoulders, which is super obvious, could actually mean that it is going down in the end, right? Because this is, when it's too obvious, it's often wrong. But still, wanted to point it out, and we have a very clear invalidation point here at 1918, and a break above it would send Ethereum higher in an extended B wave. That would not be bullish, at least not primarily be bullish. It would simply indicate a larger pullback. Yeah, but be aware, it is certainly an uptrend at the moment, a local uptrend. And so far, Ethereum has not confirmed that this local uptrend has stopped. So it's going as long as it's going, right? If that means it goes to 2000 or 2040 or something, then that's what it is. You are dealing here with a B wave. And at the moment, as long as I only see three waves, and I see only three, A or W, X, Y, and even in an extension, that would be only a three-wave move, because this would be an A, B, C, or even another W, X, Y in a Y wave. So W, X, Y, all of them are three waves, and then you have here a small W, X, Y in an extended correction. Only if we get a fourth wave and a fifth wave afterwards, and I cannot rule that out, right? Then we have a five-wave move up. We have a good case to be made that Ethereum has bottomed, but then there should be an ABC correction after that. Well, there will be. The only thing is, you don't know when it's happening, right? Because if this is going to turn into a five-wave move, you talk about $2,100, maybe $2,200, possibly, okay? So just be aware of that. But yeah, this is sort of the situation on the Ethereum chart. Obviously, if it now turns to the downside, but I cannot see that imminently, also not when I relate it to the Bitcoin chart. Yes, each chart on its own. And if Bitcoin breaks below its support level here at 26,680, then probably Ethereum will also head down directly. But we start quite friendly today. We have a local uptrend. We're making higher highs, higher lows at the moment. It's consolidating below resistance. And that all just makes it quite likely that it will break resistance. But don't be fooled, yeah. Resistance, as long as it's not broken, it holds, yeah. And that invalidation, that pivot point, that 1918, as long as it's not broken, it's active and it's valid, and the direct downside path is still a viable option. But just be aware of that. So yeah, it's quite interesting. Certainly a level of relevance here, that 1918 level. I mean, it's never really one particular level, right? But you can see how relevant it was. It was here relevant as resistance here. I mean, here we had a bit of a fake out. It was quite substantial, but still price consolidated below it first. So that means if we break above that level, you can see when we broke it, yeah, we had twice the situation where we rallied quite substantially. So we have resistance at 1966 structurally. Could be a level where Ethereum might see a reaction. And then here at 2020. So if I take out those red, because I want to add these lines just to the chart, just to highlight, okay, we had previous relevant areas here. So it might see a bit of a reaction there. And then obviously the $2,000 level, because it's a psychological one, right? So this is going to be interesting now on the Ethereum chart. Looks a bit like a accumulation phase here. Or you could even call it a cup and handle, but it's just an ugly cup. So more or less either an ugly inverse head and shoulders in large as well, or just a cup and handle, or here, whatever. You know, these are traditional patterns. They often don't work. Yeah, they work. When they work, it's always nice to call them out, but they often just don't work. We see that every day. So that's why we focus on price action and the Elliott Waves. But yeah, this is the situation. It's going to be interesting just at a very, very important decision point here for the decision of the counts. So this would send it higher in B, and staying below 1918 would send it down directly to around about 1660. Okay, that's my update about Ethereum. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.